Alrighty, Matrix. So today we are going to be doing the south elevation of your civil drawing. I've decided to do these in parts because it's just a bit easier for me to do it and manage my time that way a little bit better, because I am also writing exams, so I understand that it's important to get these out. But yeah, it's the best way I can do it for now. So let's just get started. So if we read the instructions here, it says the complete south elevation. Show the following features on the drawing: the outside walls, steps, porch, sliding door, and window detail. Okay. The roof detail, including fascia boards, gutters, and rainwater downpipe, and the finished floor level. Okay. And if you have a look at your house elevation over there, they pretty much give you everything that you need to complete this drawing. So although it sometimes seems like you might feel a little bit lost, I promise you everything that you actually need is already on this piece of paper. Okay, so let's just get started. So our south elevation is going to be at the top here. That's normally where they put it. And if we have a look at our floor plan, we see we have north, east, south, and west, which means our south elevation is looking at the house from this direction. Okay, so we're going to start off by just drawing a ground line, which you do need to label, so make sure that you do not forget to label your ground line. Okay, and then we have a house over here that they give us with a measurement over here. So your roof is going to be a measurement that you grab based off of your roof truss, but for now your roof has got, or your wall has got, this measurement here. So if you look, it ends right here, just where the roof sort of starts. So we know that we're doing this 1 to 50, so we're going to say 3000 divided by 50 gives us 60. So that is 6 centimeters, which means you're then going to take your ruler. You're going to measure 6 centimeters. That will be 6 over there. Okay, 6 centimeters. Mine might be a little bit high, just thinking about the roof now. So I'm going to draw it a little bit lower down. And I would recommend that you gauge how everything is going to fit before you completely draw it in, because the worst thing is when you've drawn half the drawing in and then you've got to redo it because you don't have enough space. Okay, so we're going to make a line about there. Okay, so that will be our ground line. So we're going to start by labeling ground line. Again, we're going to measure 6 going up, so we have 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, and then you can just start by making a line like that. All right, so now you can refer to both your paper as well as your drawing over here, but I'm going to start with this drawing. So if we have a look, we're going to start by getting the outside walls, which, as you can see, we've got here. So you're going to just bring it straight up like this over here. Then we are going to have a look at the other side, so we know that the wall you will see over here. So you're going to bring that straight up, make a line like that. And then we're going to have a look at the next line of walls. Let me just have a look, see, which should be the same height as the rest of your walls. So you're going to start with these walls here, okay, where you've got a little piece that sticks out. So we're going to start off by drawing a wall like that, as well as a wall over here. Okay, before we even continue, we do need to have a look here, and we are going to see that we have a little step setup, okay, where part of the staircase is, which we need to draw in. So sometimes it's difficult to find the measurements, but they're all over there, so you just got to read where everything will be: high porch, concrete, kitchen steps. I just want to see. So here, it's kitchen step details. So they do give you everything you need. You just need to look. That's why I say it. Sometimes it just takes you a little bit of time to find it. So let's just grab our measurements. So we have 125 divided by 50. which will be 25. 1,000 divided by 50, which will be 20. And then we have 150 divided by 50 will give us 3. What is this little slope? Okay, they've given us top slope here. They've given us that it's 30 degrees down, and then they've given us the measurements for the steps. So I'm just going to highlight the measurements we are currently using so that you can actually see where we are working before we get a little bit panicky. An important thing to note as well is if you have a look here on this piece of or on this little section, they give you 100, which will divide by 50 be 2, but that's underneath the step where the steps have been poured underground. So that's obviously for stability and things like that, because think about it, if you just had to plonk even a brick on the ground, you know, it could be moved so easily, but if you had to dig a little bit of a hole and then stick the brick in and then like cover the hole, it would hold a little bit better, right? So it's kind of what they're demonstrating by doing this over here. Okay, but now let's draw this in. So we're going to start by taking our measurement of 20. We don't even need to do that. We've already got the side measurements over here. So we can start by just bringing that lightly up like that. And then we're going to have a look, see, okay, we've got the full height, which is 25. So we know that will be 2.5. So there we're going to measure 2.5. And then they said there's a short line. Here there's a short little line. That's a measurement of 3. So we are going to draw a short little line over here. You see that's quite a bit skewed. And then let's use the other one. We are going to take a measurement of 3. So that's 1, 2, 3. Good stuff. Okay, you can just make that solid if you would like. And then from that point, you're going to take your 30 degrees. This is they've indicated over here. And we are going to bring that down like that. And like that. So there's your little step wall thing. Okay, let me just make the ground line a little bit more solid because you can't really see what's going on here. I just want to check something quickly because I don't want them to throw. Okay, let's just have a look here. Okay, so they say no hidden detail is required. So you don't actually have to draw these stairs in, which is why I just wanted to check quickly. But you do need them for your section, because if you look at where our section line is, it's here on the floor plan, right by the steps, right? So that's why they've given you that information. Okay, so now let's carry on. We've got that little step section thing. Now we kind of want to get our window in, so we're going to bring that up. Okay, and then we're going to look at our door and window schedule. So all frames have a thickness of 50 millimeters. That means 1 sill tiles under all windows. They have sill tiles underneath the windows, which I'll show you what that means in a second. I do just want to grab the height of these windows, which I'm not seeing if they put it there. So I just want to have a look beforehand. Okay, so it should be, your doors and windows should be at the same level. So if you have a look here, they don't give it to you on the windows, but they do give it to you on the doors, like the sliding door here. 2050 divided by 50, that gives you 41. So that means our window height will also be 41. Okay, so this is just a good lesson to show you how important it is to look everywhere on your paper for information that might help you. So let's just measure 41. Okay, there we go, that's 41 over there. All right, and then from here, let's just draw lines going like that for now, and then let's bring our sliding door up. So we're going to take our sliding door measurements, and the sliding door, before we actually draw that in, let's get our steps in, because our floor level is right where the steps are, so it's pretty important that we get our steps in first. So they tell us it's 150 millimeter high step, which means that it's actually 3 mils high, and there are actually 3 steps. If you have a look here, this will be your first step, your second step, and your third step is a little step over there. So do not draw that on your floor plan, by the way, but anyways, so let's just measure 3, 3, 3. So we have 3, 3, and then 3 as well. Okay, 3, 3, 3. Okay, and then the first step we know goes straight across, because if you have a look here, it goes straight across from the wall, so we can draw that in straight across, just like that. The second step does not go straight across. It has a little bit of a height, so it starts over here. So you're going to start off by just drawing a light line. Then you're going to take the height of the step across, okay, and then you can make that solid again. And then we've got the last step here, so if you just want to grab your sides up where it will end, you can do that. So here we're going to grab that step as well as over here, and then draw a line across. Alright, just make sure that you did measure your 3, 3, 3 nicely. Mine is slightly off. Sometimes if I measure correctly, I have to like stick my head right where I'm measuring, so I kind of just measure from a distance away, which makes it a bit tricky. But just make sure that you make sure your measurements are correct. Okay, so now we're going to bring the sliding door up, so we can start here like that over there, and then we can start here, bringing that side up there, and then we're going to find the middle, which will be there. Okay, and then we can quickly do the top like this over here, and then we're going to take our frame thickness of 1, so 1, 1, and then before we do, no, it's going to be on the sides, just double check. Okay, we've got 1, and then from the top we've got 1 as well. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to draw in the frames. Start off very lightly because you do not want to erase everything. It makes it very difficult. Rather start light and then draw dark, and make no mistakes, then have to do it all over again. You see what I'm doing? It's silly of me. Okay, I'm doing something I should not be doing, but it's fine as long as yours is done correctly. It shouldn't be an issue. Okay, there you go. And then you're going to just draw in your sliding door and the last bit of the frame over here. Right, so that's your sliding door. And then if you have a look here, your sliding door has an arrow which you are going to put in. Just make sure your line is done neatly. You could, I'm sure you can use your ruler for this. I don't think there's anything to say that you can't. Just make sure it's there though. Okay, so now we got to get our window in. So we know that this was window 1 based off of the incomplete floor plan. And if we have a look here at window 1, it's got a height of 900. So let's divide that by 50. That'll give us 18. Okay, so 18, there we go. Okay, you're going to draw your window in. Just make sure your lines are nice and straight. Alright, so you've got that so far. And then we're going to do in the frame as well. If you have a look at window 1, it is actually split, right? So you can see it's got a split there. So it's important that you draw that in. So it will obviously be half, so 550. 550 divided by 50 is 11. Okay. So we're going to just quickly measure 11. There. Okay, and then 1 at the bottom. You can just bring that 1 across on the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117 Okay, lightly like that. It's a bit high, but it should be fine as long as you get the idea. And then you're going to draw in your window. Okay. Okay, just make sure all of your blinds actually touch. Okay, so there's your window, and as you can see, it's starting to look more and more like a house. But we must not forget our window sill. So where did they put that again? Okay, 150 by 20 mils sill tiles. So we're going to say 150 divided by 50. That gives us 3. Sorry, wrong place. 3, and 20 divided by 50 will be 0.4, but we're not actually using this measurement. We're just using 3 because underneath your window you're going to draw a line going down like that, and you're going to measure 3 real quick. So like this. Okay, basically what you're doing is you're putting in your windowsill. So let's just make sure that all lines up and looks very nice, just like that. And then last but not least, we do need to put our window opening in. So if you have a look here, window notes A is equals to the opening side, which means that you're going to have to put your window opening in. Okay, just like that. So there we go. We're already getting further and further with our height. What am I saying? Elevation. And now what's pretty much left of your elevation is your roof. So even if you're really struggling with the roof and that's just something you think that you can't do, my advice to you would be to always make sure that at the very least get the walls and windows done, right? Because if you have a look here, for your south elevation, your walls and finished floor level, which we do need to put in the finished floor level, so it's always good to just check door and window and labels. So let's just do our finished floor level quickly, which is right here by the step. Okay, and the reason why you know that is because you can't step into a building and like the floor's way down there. That would be stupid. Okay. Okay. And then you've got finished floor level, so you label it. Okay, so now already if you just have a look here with your labels, your door and window, and your walls and finished floor level, you have 15 out of 27. So let me just do a quick calculation for you guys. 15 27, that's 55% of this drawing complete, 55% in marks as well. So if really the only thing that you can do is say your floor plan, say you really battle with everything else or you struggle for time, if you do your floor plan, which is 35.5 plus 15, that gives you a mark of 50.5. Let's just do that, over 92. That will be 54% of this drawing complete and 54% of marks, right? So of course your neatness can affect your drawing, so always make sure it's neat. You do get penalties for silly mistakes as well, so just watch out for that. But pretty much if you just do this and this, you can get 50% of this drawing done. So it's a good thing to keep in mind if you're also someone who struggles a bit with time. Okay, so now let's just continue before I run out of time. We're going to bring the roof up. So here we've got the roof lines up. I'm just bringing them lightly up like that. And then we're going to have a look at this over here. So they say a 20-degree roof pitch. So the reason why that is important is because that is the angle you're going to need to draw your roof. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your protractor. Okay, you're going to put it on that point over there, and you're going to measure 20, and then you're going to go to the other side, which is over here, and you're also going to measure 20. Okay, and then all you're going to do is from those points just make light little construction lines for the time being, just like that. Okay, just construction lines for now. Okay, then what do they say? Roof trusses. Just want to have a look, see that I haven't missed anything. Okay, so if you were wondering, how do you get the roof height after you've gotten the roof angle, right? Because here they give you the roof pitch, so that's how you know to get the angle. And now you're wondering, oh, but what's the height to the flat bit? They do throw you off sometimes, I know, but it's actually your roof lines over here. So all you're going to do is you're going to bring those up. So it's going to end over there, and then you're going to go to this one here. It's going to end over there, and then going to draw a straight line like that, and that will be where your roof ends. Okay, so you can draw this in here solid quickly, and this one over here. And then before we continue, I think let us get this one in as well. So let's use a different ruler for this one. This one is also going to have a roof pitch of 20 degrees, so just keep that in mind. So we're going to start by getting our little lines like that, and then you're going to measure again 20 degrees from those points. So here is 20 degrees, and if we put it over here, we have 20 degrees as well. Okay, going to quickly draw in those over there. Okay, and then they do actually meet up and touch, so you can draw these touching. Okay, so now that that is in, you can actually connect them and make it solid. So I'm just going to do that quickly. And if you guys want a little bit of advice, if you have a look at this paper here, you can see I've got these little smudges that are kind of taking away from the neatness. That is actually from your ruler, the pencil on your ruler. So my advice to you is to actually clean your rulers before any exam or even any test. Just take like a damp cloth with some soap, clean it, rinse it, wipe it dry with a towel, and then your rulers will be clean, and it won't leave this stuff all over your paper. Okay, anyway, so now let's continue. So if we have a look again at our paper over here, they give us these lines here, which are not there for nothing. We do actually have to draw them in. So let's just see if they give us all of the information. So here they say that's our gutter. So they say 150, so that will be 3 by 2 gutter on. They give us the fascia board as well. Okay. Which I don't see up close here, so we're not going to draw that. Rainwater downpipe. High porch, concrete kitchen steps. Hold on, let's see just a second. That's 3, that's 4. Fascia board. Okay, no, they do. So you do need this, so that will be 4. And you're not going to use the measurements of 20, but the reason why I mention it is because the full fascia board will be the length of the side here, which is 4, and then the gutter is 3. So if you say 4 minus 3, you're going to have a half and a half on either side. And then this, I would personally make a measurement of 1 so that you can see it. So let's just draw that in quickly. So we have, okay, I'm going to try keep my head out the camera so that you can see what I'm doing, but maybe what I'm going to do is just zoom it in for you guys quick. Okay, so basically you're going to take a measurement of 1 over there across like that. Okay, just a little dot, and then over here to get this measurement, what I like to do is I like to do 2 measurements. So you're going to go 1, and then a bit further down you're going to make 1 measurement as well. Okay, like that. And then you're going to do the same on the other side. So you have 1, and you're going to have 1 again, like that. Okay, so now I had to draw this across. Okay, I'm going to stop it there because obviously we know there are little lines if you look at your question paper. So there we go, we've got 1 line over there, and then you're going to, the reason why you do 2 dots is because if you connect them like that, okay, except mine's a little bit skew, there we go, if you connect them like that, you get your thickness there. Again, mine's just a little bit skew, make sure yours is correct. Okay, should look like that, and then you're going to do the same with the side here, but I'm quickly going to do that without getting my head in the way, so I'm going to do that just off camera quickly, and then we'll continue. Okay, it's done, and then you can see that I did add a little line right over there as well in the middle where it's supposed to be. Okay, so now what we are going to do is we are going to measure our gutters in. Okay, so you can't really do a half point. I think that's a bit silly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 1, and then let's just measure 3. I think that's 3. Can't really see though. And then 1 again. I hope that's correct. Looks very skew, but anyways, then you're going to start by drawing your bottom line. So let's just start there. I might have to erase some walls. Yeah, I'm going to have to erase some of the walls. All right, so it's not the end of the world. Let's just do it. Just check. Okay. All right, so before we do my erasing of the walls, I'm not going, well, maybe I'll just do it. It's fine. Where's my eraser? There it is. Okay, you're going to just need to erase a few little spaces from your walls to get all of these bits in. That's not the end of the world. If you have not got a eraser template, get one of those. They're very helpful for little nitty-gritty details like this. But anyways, now let's just get started. So we're going to have, first of all, 2 lines from the roof line here going down. This over here. Okay, and then let's just quickly, we're going to start by bringing this line straight across. For some reason, I think I drew my a little bit skew over here, so let's just correct that. Oh, that's very skew. Okay, I am going to just pretend that it's not skew and carry on drawing so that I can just get you guys to see what's kind of required. This should be thinner, it should be 1 point, but I have not done that. This next measurement here should be 3. Okay, and then the last one should be 1. Mine's a little bit bigger than it's supposed to be, unfortunately, but it is what it is. Okay, so you kind of have that, except it should be a lot smaller. Again, my measurements are not completely correct, as I've just said, so just be aware of that. Okay, and then basically you're going to connect these 2 small lines here. Okay, and then the third line, which is essentially your gutter, will have a little bit of a bigger space. And let's just make sure those are connecting. And you see why it's important to make sure your measurements are correct, because this whole drawing now looks so bad because my lines are not lining up. Okay, so let this be a lesson that you guys must be very, very careful on how you draw things in and which measurements you use. Obviously, everything I've done is still the right thing to do in terms of like what's required of you, but just watch your measurements. Okay, and we're also not done just yet. We have 2 more things to put in, which would be the rainwater downpipe and the gully. So if you have a look here, here's the gully. So we'll draw that in on the side over here. And they gave us the height for the gully, which I will show you now. I just want to see where they put the height. Where is the gully? I'm just looking for the height. Sorry, guys. Concrete kitchen steps. It's in line with one of the steps, it looks like. So I'm going to just say it's about 3, because we worked out the steps to be. Okay. So that's our gully. Then they do say to us with regards to our rainwater downpipe that the rainwater downpipe stops 50 millimeters above the gully. So that's 1 millimeter on your board. And then we have a diameter of 2 rainwater pipe. But your rainwater pipe is pretty much going to be in line with this here. So then you're going to stop a mill at the top. Okay. And then obviously you will not have this double line here. You'll take away that little section over there. And that is your elevation complete. Okay, so I hope this helped give you a little bit of a better understanding on what to do. I am stopping here today and I will do the last video, which is this section, hopefully tomorrow. But yeah, so I hope this will help you guys. And thank you for watching.